some of the two judges or the two judges. But the Koba say, Onosuna, Kobasa, Onosu, a picture of a decent Jumana, now on our was 18 and 8. But some of the two judges, Central for a fee and or the answer of a two.
The Quacram no, and Crawford Cassa say MPP form who proms to make opposition. Ammonia may be more air, no shasana uno.
Ohima sanity. As a Miamu de Mimi Gidis party war in crisis, Sana Mimi Huno. The crime is and somehow Sansi. Me, Dinamika say more remuno. Titsu said they see ya. Honorable say Chairman Sabus Noa, me see from no. Every time I say free nipping, and now all see from. But Nimum, a bit me a Jinan, same be as you see and a ninja honso. The same be as you see and a ninja honso. And I feel so. Why a penny will cool mono? Or bois ama and summer as you see in at me and ya, Jinasip, PFP, our mobile me a Jinaswa can say. The corner, the Mishra do pa, me say, the Dr. Dr. Baumia do couldn't. In the summary, the honor my holding wa, the Juma we to ho, Namako here. But Ninano, the Giddy say, a PA say, if it has young seminary near Cosono, no name Honshi, and the another PA about Trabonti.
Jo, Yada say a jam much Bernia da Jenia de Maye. Yane Dr. Amache Boati awochere amanyosemo kwame kumasi yapon wasantimantimu enedi enkomo efan sakraye ahodoa ekoso ewo domdodo mrahebedwam MPP amayukona famuno na yeda soro mrahebedwam eno mrahebedwa no asetena no na entwahwe kakra aso efise achiame hene kire mu se standing orders a ewo mrahebedwam no ye mbran tutuye omohweso di omadwuma omo ayen sakraye ewum na ensakraye no kire mu se eye amanyoko ewo mrahebedwam se ye dom kuma anase dom dodo eba so mu yi kendini bia amanyoko ahodoɔ no entimi enfom ho enhyem na onimonyamfo eye Joseph Osewusujo wise enso sorry kasa de tudwa kire mu se wo mu MPP fo nyehye mu de eye edom kuma anase dom dodo ma hyebedwam no omo ye nkrobata ne fa ewa amanyoko ni mu eti so mu si gina ye bia amanyoko ni betimi abema beka bi.
The caucus is the party wing. That is the wing of the party in parliament. And you cannot be talking about you designating or appointing your leaders without the party leading the process. I don't understand that. Because the same definition is here. Majority caucus means members of the party or parties that have the largest number of seats in the House.
Appear to have taken a position and offering a beautiful interpretation of yours. Very welcome, very beautiful. The Speaker, it would appear to me that in interpreting the parliamentary portion, we haven't taken a look at the various wings of the other parties. If you take my party, the NPP, for example, we have what we call the women's wing, the youth wing. When it comes to selecting leaders of the youth wing, the party says the youth, you go and decide, and they select their leaders. When it comes to the women's wing, they say, women, you go and decide, and they select their leaders. So I am not aware of any parliament where anybody outside parliament selects leaders for the parliament. I think in interpreting the standing orders and the constitution, this group, the parliamentary group, must be recognized as a wing of the party which can and must take decisions regarding its leadership. It doesn't mean that the party has no role. The wing, the parliamentary wing, is a wing of the party. And in deciding who will lead them, I think it should be left to the party, the parliamentary wing of the party, in consultation with whoever, to decide who their leaders must be.
It's a matter that I will come out with a written reason for this House. But in the meantime, this is the position of the Speaker. And I do so under the same standing orders. Where there's a doubt, is the Speaker's opinion that prevails. Anybody that disagrees with that, you have your front to proceed to the proper venue to contest my opinion. And that is Standing Order 5. It says, subject to the provisions of the Constitution and any other enactment, where there is doubt, these orders shall be interpreted by Mr. Speaker. As I said, this is subject to the provisions of the Constitution and any other enactment. So if you disagree with me, you proceed to court and then get that changed. But as at now, this is binding on all of you and the parties.
Na appointment committee Mr. Abidjoko mo ena se abanbo bidi so me yoso afa na so medi dibrebia omutoto omo anono mo hyehye e wo mrahye bedwamu no empenifo ayesakraye mo fise standing orders ahodo wo fie ono ensakraye ekoso no mo akire mu se wokọ eye Ghana ya mamra hyehye ahodo mu na eye ne fa wo ha ene miensa clause 5 no ena ebo appointment committee no mo ho ban enti new members no enie onimanyafo Joseph Oseusu na yetetenani onimanyafo Alexander Afenyomakin eye tetenani abedi akire onimanyafo Frank Anodompre eye member ena onimanyafo Samuel Atachia eye member na eba ranking members no so a onimanyafo Atoforsen eye ranking member onimanyafo Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa eye deputy ranking member onimanyafo Kwame Agbaja eye member onimanyafo Elizabeth Ofori Ofosu Ejare eye member eno onimanyafo Gift Chum Ampofo enso eye member evitiasi omudi sa edin we baaye no na oba biara enimtie kenkan ene yetwe omadwene siso onimanyafo Alexander Afenyoma kekasa di tudwa kire mu se eye nifaso entom kosiesie de mamienu ebeka ho.
We should concede where collectively we've erred. I have identified a lot of loopholes in the signing orders. That is why we are doing workshops. So let us concede. Because when we enact rules of procedure in very express terms, the express mention of a provision is to the exclusion of that has not been expressed. It's simplicity. So let us rather consider this is an oversight. Yes, it cannot be. If you look at the old standing orders, wherever there is ranking, we have deputy. Yeah, but unfortunately, in this new one, there is no provision at all for the
Speaker, I think the matter before us is clear. We note, and I will make some proposal. Speaker, we have conferred among ourselves, and we have come to an understanding that we can change the name of Honorable Mama Yarega and then substitute it with the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu Ajare, who is also a lawyer and a lady, though first time but experienced in the matters of the appointment committee, to replace the Honorable Mama Yarega so that we can have someone with that background to support the committee.
Ene mrahye bedwamu no asene makakra bi ho koso bebre ye hwen sakraya aba o majority eba committee no ya nominating so nipa no mani bi ni mu ne fa kosi bebre ne doso ye ko ne ebisa sesei na mrahye bedwamu ete ene anopai ye ne Emmanuel Akole eba bedi ho enkoma wotonkra efi mrahye bedwamu Mr. Akole ma hai
ye nua
ene mrahye bedwamu no ete sei
yo ubi sa say han mo te say haye boko meno e kasi Speaker of Parliament ankasa esisia na obesisa second deputy speaker Honorable Andrew Siama no no abeji afunya no etena so nti no omugu enjuma so na emo no asema na ndipa bibi ehwe ni mu enese ombese efun asem eye majority for no wo mpanyifo a idi wani ma na so omoda wan no na omo leadership no na wofi a itwe mu na wofi na wofi no share asie no from TV no and I tete say wo leadership no some shake off and say Richard will be ba ye be sister pinfo a da won ano no Honorable Joseph Oseusu any majority for need their friends and 42 years. So far, the year say ni ho no mo. Na won the mpanyifo na wo hoda da na no, omo eduma so weni, eni ntim. Omo ni problem with omo. Nti no, won na omo ebe so omo ni won yi eduma. Anche na enra. Sa se ni ye di epie ya. Speaker of Parliament can say, enye caucus no say majority caucus and I say minority caucus won na omo be yi won mpanyifo a won be take that decision na mu party na nkasa so ewo role bi a obi play ewo mu eni ntina ye party no ene caucus no e na omo dwen ho na wo mo gitu mu say we embeda won ano inti se obi ko gina be bi no kan say new standing orders na abado say new standing orders so say eye caucus no nko na ebetumi apa on mpanyifo mo we di wani mu a Speaker of Parliament to say and sister na political party na nkasa enam ne so na eye ne caucus board no eba parliament no sa political party kono ono nso ewo role ewo say ye be yi from leadership ever nti woni me ka say yi changes via officially ewo eye parliament ever majority leadership no. Now, so no, who be time say majority leadership no. Nkonya no omotena so no. Etesenya me dia bet me aka say so far me no ka say majority leader honorable say Chimen Sambunsu. On mi hu nti on say baby or tight na no. Ena honorable Pinyo Martin so anopi mi hu no. Honorable Frank Anodon Prenso ono so mi hu no. Ena obi to say honorable leader Ram Al Hassan or second deputy whip or non so no one take na kunya de so omo e wo ho eye honorable Habib so no na tibidini a o ye first deputy whip and I think so honorable Alex Tete or non so Sifia Kontom na tibidini na eye changes na ye tete say anka ebeba no ubi to say honorable Alex Tete say na ye tinidin wu mu say obetumi abeye deputy whips no eba akon aye sign so say honorable Habib no awoye the first deputy whip no na rumor anasa system no HFA changes no eba ono everywhere be every so far ono honorable Habib no any honorable expected no EP amene mo be ka say won na majority for leadership front immediate nkonwa na idie nim no won na hodo mo hwese ejuma no a wo mo ye no ebe cost government business be cost.
Oh, okay. And sesi ya no de wo bia en confirm ye say no kra na sanya no kre.
Officially on the floor no de announcement bia my ever a change in the leadership of the majority caucus there be. Wo mo announcement say bia wo leadership no officially. So far Omo kan bibia.
Yedase ene wa manebo. Yense Jenny Manu akwele ne yeteni ka de free marashe bedwamo no. Na eye ene adechinstruma ekoso empenifo mo ba ye se bedwafo no ba ko eye nananto amrache na wakasa de tudwa kire mu se NPP aban a wodi ade sesiye wo hwe ni su na ba ye ne se ne wo sisa adende dada no ka de ko to ho no a asa ne kondo so be ko opposition.
Mehu fititama manifi kakra midi politics a chiwo krom hano se umudu na oba be co position a bibia obe ka kire bia no sabi unti na edu mire no so a bibia obe ye bia no enkoyi bibia obe ye bia kire say oh my ready say I am ready for position I mean because from yesi afimu changes Niama abanwati su ye nyina ni say why prepared to go to opposition.
Sana hunu.
Oh yes, sana sa hunti. And because abanga yeti so assembly a amanfo hu akire won. Look at commenter wasoya way. Bibi amfa won. They just make changes left, right, center. Wo de bia ba begum. Hwe say abanga wuti so a wukuru ya wo se wo di nipa 50 ene bebu aban. Vice president. We are now confirm campaign team a wobru 60.
Mana kachiro.
Council of Elders what the kan ho awaya. List now one 40. Council of Elders who now tie. No Council of Elders of the political party where they do
40.
Where 40. What they can 40 who
I was list near 40.
List ni do
Council of Elders or me say.
In the party
who I don't know
Council of Elders where two pay. Council of Elders where Council of Elders
where I say Council of Elders and back our base.
This is the point. This 60 plus.
I'm sorry. Also winning.
No, me make say 60 plus. See I want to work who but we didn't also want to create 2.5 million jobs. In na me no kate statistical service we say 14.5. Population na you ha no 14.5 in year juma school for ya he enti nipa hin na year juma 2.5 million na we away adwuma ben na 2.5 million wo ye wo
National Peace Council penifo mo hwe ye bambo hye ahodo so ni asomdwe no omo akasa de atodwa se amanyoku ahodo no ebre asosi ye ba beto abambe bomto amonka kasa enchine wom na mfa asomdwe mra
the bia media meka say peace is not an event. Peace is a process. Ye di free baby any ye di kuwie baby enunti say ye oman yatimi apa okuo bi ayese wo mo de omudwumadie ni se wo momwa na omanum kasa omana motuo emfa sumwie mra na newmo sa akuo no de afutu aba ni so bi ani ho a ochen afutu nemu mokuo no ne yebesere no se over the past few years, especially under this government, woman mutu bi ni said ya ombo ye mfita duku wansem bi hono entwa ye wa ha ena moko obuno ko fa mko MPP fo ko fa communicator ba ko te say bi anke ya kwa central ja ko fa menua ba queen so me commissioner of the electoral commission so no ani ye say hey mo ye nyina abo abo ne ba sanse dua no enya webo wo no ye ntwa so already maame Charlotte say but no we say mami je mensa ba NDC for so say there's always those arguments but who kazo thought that kazo be adduce proper evidence about it but wo a apia hene de e ho da ho se body ayatoto e kan ye mama nyoku a me wo mu NDC twere koma Council of Elders temu na mutu o mampanifo Council
of State,
Council of State, sorry. The Yagunoni, Mufafu drunk on Mom Penny, not on some rebu. Na Peace Council will come her. A good saying, maybe Messer almost said, so when you queen and battle, one when you could young cabin who said your muchia, and your casa paying one. You know, groom her prior to 2020, and I'm saying, was some bond. So I did be a friend of vigilante. We are saying a month was wrong with the national security, police, military. A woman near to Nipakunkuma course 2020 about running that basin. Peace Council official position is saying. It's when you know, boss, we now say they be out here, Obaya, Rawabeka, then one on the other. I think they will still have a long way to go. Okay.
Onwenya for kwa braminta kando ne ye oswafo anase penyina okasadema edomkuma no fa apomuden ho no de atudwa akire musoko mahebedwamu a enipa bi eye kokwasa se ebeyi a ehyehyeye a ya sha to se COVID-19 ekoye fa so ye di sika ye sika ho ne ma ne yenhwemu no ombabu omani aguso.
About 8 to 9 months ago, the Speaker of Parliament constituted a committee to probe into the receipt and expenditure of COVID-19, of which every Ghanaian was very, very interested. As Parliament, we serve as a check on the executive. Whether you are a member of Parliament from the MPP or NDC, that is our role. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 to 9 months down the lane, the chairman of the committee has deliberately refused to call for a meeting for the committee to execute its mandate. Upon consistent and several reminders, it has fallen on deaf ears. Today, I have the privilege to raise this issue on the floor of the House. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker directed that there are no clear provisions in our standing orders for him to crack the whip. But I believe that as members of parliament, we should even not wait till somebody cracks whips on us before we perform our responsibilities as members of parliament. If indeed they are interested in doing their work as members of parliament, I think that it's about time that the majority, especially the chairman of the committee, constitute calls for a meeting for us to start working or probing into the expenditure and the receipt of COVID-19, especially so when the Auditor General's report, there are a lot of inconsistencies in the Auditor General's report. And I think that we must deal with this matter to its logical conclusion. It's a matter that is very important, that is dear to every Ghanaian's heart. Mr. Speaker, today again has indicated that the matter is still before the committee and the chairman should call for a meeting so that we start our work to execute the mandate of the committee. So, I mean, why should, as a member of parliament, why should you be even prevailed upon to do the needful? You must do the needful. That is why you are voted for. That is why you are in the House as a member of parliament. And so I think that we don't need to beg anybody to do the needful. And so if indeed the majority is interested in serving as a check on the executive and they are interested in our democracy, I think that as a matter of agency, they must come on board for us to start the probe into the matter. Especially so when the person in question, the minister, is no more in the office.
Wa aye achim asene a ewo apoye mantemono Roman for school na word mono primary 1 no na eja aban ede edan no ema contractor ni se wonsi contractor ni no esi dan no awie kama pa nanse watum ede safo aguni botum ode bonsra wo montene so eho na ebisa ne se adentia na osi mfinhia nso a osi dan no wie na ban tua ne ka entisika maya wo mie dan
Owuraje kum konto eni panyine kwankyerefo a Wada Konto Sadia and Sons Company Limited no adwumayko ye na aban ye asene Roman Catholic Primary School hye omunsa so omunhwe no omunsina mofranya baby pantena na wonsua de na contract ya hwesi school dan kama wie manne mofra kura ko mo oje adusua emfinsian so ne akire ni sika wo sa ba tuade ma no ne besi ne enya de aban so atua na mpenufo se kwasiebu eyanti no Owuraje kum konto akokopie mu wa asene Roman Catholic Primary School a ode krado akoto school dan mo pamon kula ni nyina afi school dan mu se enkosi sa ban betua ne kan de wombie ema mofra no nkotena mu ensua de
the Messi school down we since 2016 misika akem obie yentua meka me hwe ni mu se mensa beka misika efi na akopum fiada e se bibia get fan yes e ditua ka get fan bibia meko shop a meto bia metua get fan adena me misika kam omo ba TV so omo se omo tua obi eka enti se obi kwa na me de ne ka no aba be so me mu se yatua o ka na mpese o de se udi esika man na se me makọ enkontomponi eti me pese o mi hunu se sika no so omo tua omo hia de ma me de ma accounts ay number call get fan come out mi busa 2021 mi busa say time na me sabe kesika no omo se within 1 month and say me gina no bia me ba ha on 2 occasions am abetutum DC ni ba no abeka na bo so asema kire me na wabie no ekọ enti we ni ma share that body DC na mane ma kọ ho o se me mfa me documents na me dia kọ ho enso no na sign document no me dia kọ ho akọ kire no ma sign akọ ani Madam Edna ma sign ani o say Director of Education months across Asenik months across so onu papa no create ni na ba me fie na me ba ha na me hwe nkora nso mu gugu awie mu a na ha madwen enti ne magyae ba se me so me ho akire me excavator me de adwuma ya excavator me hu ba bi kura de afa ɛna mede ayɛ adwuma kora tɔduane adi ɛma sɛ sɛ mimi project a meyɛ nyinaa aka
UTV kaseɛbɔ yɛne school mmɔfra no bi atwetwe nkɔmmɔ wɔn akosɛm wɔde to yɛn anim sei
yɛbaeɛ na ɔmatotom di na wɔsi dan no ɔbaeɛ na ɔsi yɛ mpii ne yɛaba bɛgyina ha yɛyisa sɛ yɛnnuanom nsua adeɛ yɛnsua adeɛ no nso yɛade sua no ɛbɛka akyi
Papa yɛbaeɛ no obi de padlock akɔto eminye ti na ɛda kyerɛ ɔno tina ama anɔpa yi ɛgyinagyina abɔnten ebusa headmaster na ɔsɛ contractor no osi dan no man sɛ da mo ba mu ɔka contractor no ka kyerɛ mo sɛ amunti an kɛntɛn ade ɔbɛma yɛ abadan yɛ srɛ mpanimfoɔ ne sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ aban etua contractor no sika no ma no yɛ nnuanom wɔ sukuu amunsia de egu yɛkyi yɛsrɛ ɔma amuntia sika no ma
yɛsrɛ aban sɛ obetua contractor no ka na yɛtumi akɔ classroom akɔsua ade the boss silence hour na nkɔ classroom na papa no osi dan no bɛka kyerɛ sɛ yɛmpia ɛmra abɔnten nti na yɛgyina abɔnten yɛsrɛ aban no ne mpanimfoɔ sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ no wɔtua nipa na osi dan no sika ama no sɛnea yɛn nso yɛbɛtumi asua deɛ ɛnyɛ saa yɛade sua ɛɛka akyi
mom cement a eno no eye kura ewo frautade na no krachi east mesin moti mantem nim yade a etiase wo no ye typhoid no eye ebununini na ni nada ene se ensuo mo enomo no ensuo na mfomsode ni fi abamunti ede yare sa beja ade hye ne so enei obokasa se empinifo se yenhwe emebo omo nkwa mo ma anye sa de a ode ha obeba
adehye ewo nanum cement a eno no ewo krachi east mesin kopon assembly mu e ben water lake no ewo ti mantem mu eche mu a boreholes ahodo mienu na na chese wo mu eyusu wo ho no mu anipa dodo ana wo mu ede esom wo mu no ebro be sa hanu na chese wo mu dodo no na eno no wo chere mu se borehole no eseye na eseye sa no na adehye na nkasa keka wo mu sa se na ndi omunya sika no mu di siesie na asan sa biem bepem ne wo mu nya sika emfa nyeye enti ama esutene a eda ho no no eno a na chese wo mu esa no sa eno nso anam so ama typhoid yade ya na sisi ana ate ewo no abrabo ensem so ne omapomode ensem so enti adesrede adawro madabraka wode to aban no anim ankrankran adwumaku awodo NGOs afei mu anyankopon atom nsem bia moye papaye ana afei adoye ma no so ni bie ne mobrofo so ne amama awodo so enyina no wosrese mommra na mmameye omadom na omuntimi enrepair ombo host ni nyina na eba ne sa omanya nsu papa nsu kroje anom no mo de apom mabrabo nsem akonga anya sa de a yade no gya na eje nsem ewo ho no mu a sei eno mo de ensem no atudwa
ensu ya yesa sra panse obebo meyamwa ese we ya na mo adware ewu mu se isuto a twifin no gum ena yesasa yenu ese emwaye timafo no nti sra panse o meyamwa na ni asai no o mesisi ma
ekora no on fire di bebre atuyesu nyami bo se boni bia ba si clinic mai clinic nzu osu boye pa onye clinic ntia o eba wu da ekora bebre ba wu mai nso no so enye nso nye te nyami boye na papu no mo ba se mai na ya ye humba toye
ka na face UCC old site ni nyinada no ewo Cape Coast Mexico pon assembly ni mu envimfiri mantemu na make say ensuo ho wode setete abaya no efrise ensuo adwumako no ensuo no emma entiene ama adehye ne brass na onye ensuo a omo se water company penifo so omo hwe na omo bie pipe no emma wo
Nyensu fa ye hwe nyensu nyezba nyensu ngwale yamba bule su bia nya around a yebese obi yezai bule no kwekese okwa no mdefi into be use of years been to phone gwalomba it is soon as you are na afisu watawa only be 2 weeks so mo ko san was whatever na be there you no we go and be 1 week bi am here da yimbu ebu 1 week no so pe na wasa so atu yimbu nsu 3 weeks yimbu nsu na za abran de yentu ya the point won hwe nsu sam no fama because nsu na yezi ya bibia yezi yezban the fresh toilet yezi sisi efie na sensum ba oya ahoche yɛbrɛ nti yɛpɔ nkyɛw wɔnhwɛ nsu na ɔmbra ma yɛn
nso wɔnyim dɛ nsu na yɛzizi dwuma sɛ nsu mba a edwuma no so yɛyɛ a ɔnze mu na etiri nsu wɔ wei ɛkafa nsu a nkyiri wɔm zi yɛ nyimpa ne tira otu tetew nyimpa ne mu ɛsɛ nyimpa ne mu ma nsu inya asa na yɛ bɔtete yɛ asa abanda yɛ pa ne kyawala nsu yi a yɛyɛ dwuma a ɔnyɛ gye
mɔso na ɔde bɔɔl bɛbɛ no na pipe wapɛ ɔbɛsɛ ɔnhyɛ da nkyɛn na wasan wɔ atwa etu etu kaa ekɔ ekyi na ade kɛkɛ nsu school a yɛ sisi ani ɔyɛ kaa pis wɔtu bɔ ɛga kaa tia kɔ ɔtɔ bebree abɛn na mpanyinfo nyinaa wɔn bɔ ɛna yɛntu yɛn nsu ɔda na pa ɛf bucket a kyɛ yɛ kɔ bla ɛwa kyɛ na ato a ekɔ ekyi na kyɛ akɔtu beebi ebe bubɔ yɛ school yɛ beebi bubɔ na in fact ɔhɔ sɛ aban bɔtuma ɔbɛn na yɛ sisi nsu yɛ adu bɛ ɔtɔ ɔtɔ na ɔda na kɔ collectors na ade nsu na wɔde bɔ ɔda ade ne wa collectors na ade ɔda nso ɔyɛ hɔ bebree na bi tu fa bucket kɔ bɔ nsu a yɛbi na wɔagye ne phone na ade ɔyɛ hɔ nti wɔn bo ɛhɛn.
My plead is that wɔbɛbɔ mbɔzen na wɔato yi n'enyiwa hwɛ. Moreover, the students, the Brenati community, when it comes to Apio Sika, Amomoma, Kwesipra, and all this university community now, the university itself, but to mark that when 50% or more than 50% stays in diaspora, and if Nazi and the hostess are home. Ni na obandamana oh hawadwen obandamana oh hawadwen ti ebesre then pay for your be in tempera it says Sierra or members in that when you be mehem no me give me the bobo bebre
ye jina we se so ahome abaye ba bongo di farade sports agudi ba beto aso ye basisia